This Rugged Ridge brake hose kit in braided stainless steel is for those of you that have a 2007 and up JK and are looking to add a longer brake line to your Jeep so you have more suspension travel off-road without pulling a brake line taut, and also want to go with a braided steel line because it's going to hold up better and you're not going to get any expansion of that line under heavy braking. This is going to be a brake line that's a little bit less expensive than some of the other braided stainless lines out there, but it still includes all the components. It's going to get the job done and it's going to hold up really, really well. Anytime you jump up to a stainless line from a rubber line, you are going to pay a little bit of a premium, but again, these are going to be a little bit less expensive than some of the other ones available. These braided stainless lines have a Teflon coating around the outside that's going to help protect them against any corrosion, any wear and tear down the line. Just in general, add some protection to your brake lines, which is of course an area that you want to protect as best you can. These are also going to come with your brake line brackets that are going to go up on the frame. They're going to come with all of your clips as well as your crush washers. So you're going to have everything you need to get everything in place and working properly. Of course, one of the most important aspects of these brake lines, one of the things that is going to cause most of you to want to purchase this set, is the fact that they're 4 inches longer than your factory brake line. So even if you have up to a 4-inch lift kit, or you have a smaller lift kit, but you have maybe spherical joints on your control arms, you disconnect your sway bars, you have a suspension that does a lot of traveling and a lot of flexing, you're still not going to have to worry about pulling a brake line taut when you're off-road. That of course can damage the brake line, cause a brake fluid leak, which will very quickly end your day on the trail. Now, another benefit to a braided steel brake line that a lot of people like to talk about is the fact that this doesn't expand like a rubber brake line does. So when you heavy brake, you can get some expansion of that rubber brake line and some of that pedal feel will go away. You'll get a little bit of a squishier pedal and not as much braking performance than you would from a braided steel line. Now, I've seen people say that is a fact. I've seen people say go the other way, that the expansion of a rubber brake line isn't enough, that you'd really feel it in the pedal. I think that the biggest benefit that you get when you install a set of brake lines like this, because you are going to be changing at least a good portion of your brake fluid, is getting good fresh brake fluid down by the calipers. That's going to drastically improve your brake pedal feel if you haven't changed it recently, probably even more so than having a steel line that isn't going to expand. Getting a set of brake lines like these installed is going to be a very simple 1 out of 3 wrench installation. You should be able to get these installed in about a half hour or so, but of course you are going to have to bleed out your brake system after you install these, and that can take varying amounts of time depending on your method of bleeding the brakes. The first step in this installation is of course going to be removing that factory brake line. You can go ahead and remove it from the caliper and also remove it from the hard line up on the frame. You'll also be able to unbolt your factory brake line bracket because this does come with a new bracket. It also comes with all the clips that you need to get it installed. Once you have the soft line attached to the hard line, you can go ahead and attach the other end to your caliper using your factory banjo bolt and the new crush washers that come in this kit. And it is important that you use those new crush washers and make sure that the old ones are out of the way to ensure that you're not going to have any brake line leaks. Once you have all 4 lines installed, again, you can go ahead and bleed your brake system with whatever method you choose. This set of brake lines is going to run you right around $145, and I do think that's going to be a pretty fair price for what you're getting. There are some kits out there that are going to be a little bit more expensive, but I think that at some point a brake line is a brake line. Save yourself a little bit of money, go with these ones from Rugged Ridge. They're still going to include all of your hardware, your brackets, all of your crush washers, and these brake lines are going to get the job done. They're going to be longer than factory. They're just going to work. So if you're looking for a longer set of braided stainless steel brake lines for your JK, I definitely recommend this set from Rugged Ridge, and you can find it right here at extremeterrain.com.